Hi everyone, it's Sylvia Longmire with Spin the Globe, and today I am here at the Alfond Inn, a historic luxury hotel in the middle of Winter Park, Florida. It's an absolutely beautiful hotel, and I am so excited because we are doing something unprecedented today. I have been working with students from a class in adaptive technology at Rollins College, pretty much right across the street. And today we are going to have a manager here at the hotel sit in a wheelchair and roll through the accessible room, through an ADA accessible room and through the property, so he can experience firsthand what it's like to be a wheelchair user at a hotel, and we can determine what the real accessibility and convenience is here at the Alfond Inn. I'm so excited, so let's get started. Okay, go ahead, just your name and...
My name is Jim Harris. I'm the Assistant Front Office Manager here at the Alfond. I was reached out to by these Rollins students to take a look at ADA compliance and accessibility of our rooms, and I'm eager to help them show me what they're looking for, and hopefully we can learn something from them as well as they learn something from us.
Hey, I'm Colin Kelly.
I'm Sharon Tim.
We're Rollins students. We are in a class called Remarkable People Exceptional Technology. We're here at the Alfond Inn today to examine the accessibility of the Alfond Inn.
That's the first thing, it's the lower.
The lower right side.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And then also, for the, obviously somebody ADA compliant that's deaf can't hear me knock on the door, so that's where that is, will light up.
Have you ever wheeled yourself in a wheelchair before?
I think a few times as like fun, kind of being silly when I was a kid or something.
Yeah. Well, if you need some help pushing, don't hesitate to ask. It's not easy for everybody to go ahead.
This is not. It's easier when you use your arms, right?
Yeah, let her push you because sometimes
Okay,
getting
ahead.
those front casters over the hump is a little hard.
Okay, I got this now. Done a little bit of it. So this is a classic king. Our standard rooms are classic kings, classic queens.
All right.
This is a classic king, but this is accessible because the doorways are wider. You see, most of our rooms have a barn door for the access into the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
These don't have a barn door. They have it because they need to be wider. And then it gives
turn on the other
accessibility around the bed.
The ones by the
Prove
bed.
that by going that way.
I think you'll have to turn them on by hand next to the bed.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're right underneath
Yeah.
the lamp. That switch.
And then another difference, and yep, they are. These have to be longer. And I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember the exact length they have to be from the floor, but they have to, the standard ones are, obviously probably about 5 or 6 feet high.
Right.
Another big difference in these types of rooms would be this right here, because a lot of bed lifts that people use to bring themselves into the bed would cart under the bed.
Yes.
All of our beds in our standard rooms are pedestal beds. All of our accessible room beds all have regular frames so they can roll.
That's really good because the vast majority, and I've stayed in hundreds of hotels, the vast majority of the hotel rooms don't have different beds in their accessible rooms. They have the same ones all across the
So
board.
it's a pedestal, so if they have that bed lifter, they can't use it. So
Yeah. Now, do you know how high the bed is here?
I do not know, to be honest with you.
If I had to guess, and again, just based on my own personal experience, if I had to guess, I would say this is about 28.
I know that these are about 3 inches lower than our standard.
3 inches lower than the standard ones. Okay, that's good. Now, see if you can wheel do you have enough space to wheel around the far side of the bed to get to the phone? If you can.
Oh, back up into it? Or?
Yeah, no. See if you have enough space between the furniture and the bed to get to the phone. Perfect. Now let me ask you this because I'm just looking at things. Outlets, especially people who have electric chairs like I do, I need an outlet close to the bed that I can get to in order to charge my...
I think the closest one you would get to the bedding would all be behind the nightstand, so they may be a bit inconvenient.
Now do you have Extension cords that are available too, okay. Because not every wheelchair user travels alone. I always travel alone with
Right.
rare exceptions, but it seems to be
So
that.
you can't have obviously the wheelchair over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the assumption seems to be that we never travel alone and we always have somebody with us to
Which
help.
is nice.
So knowing that the extension cords are available or at least offering them and,
Well,
at
typically not
check-in.
extension cords, but the same variations, power strip.
Exactly,
So you can
exactly.
just put it right on top of the.
Sure. All right, let's
You
see.
ready?
Let's see how you can get in there.
The commode first, I guess.
Let's take a look around at the bathroom.
Okay.
So, do you feel like you have enough space to get around where you need to go?
Oh yeah,
All right,
I mean,
you
I
get
can
under
roll
the
under this
sink.
pretty easily.
All right.
And I mean, maybe, I guess getting here isn't that bad because it's not that close to that. And then I guess the real challenge here would be rolling up over that.
Now the lip isn't too bad. Now, to be fair, experts with manual chairs are able to pop wheelies to get over little obstacles. We're not going to ask you to do that today.
The only challenge I can really see in here is that shouldn't be in an up position.
They always are.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Yeah, they always
It
are.
should be at least like maybe in the middle position, all the way, if not all the way down. That would be the only real, I guess, challenge I could see in this room.
And that's and that's not an ADA obviously requirement to have the shower head at a certain position.
That makes sense.
But for housekeeping, because it's easier for an able-bodied person to raise it
Yes.
than for a wheelchair user to lower it. But that seems to be common thing. So
Wish me luck.
now make sure you put the brakes on.
Right, first thing is that, right?
Yeah.
And then I gotta put the,
Flip up the footrest. And if you need help, please don't hesitate to ask.
okay.
Something wheelchair users sometimes aren't good at.
I guess I would probably normally do that closer. so
Yeah,
I can
there you go.
Okay, and
Yeah,
then
and you
plant
can
my feet.
plant your feet, grab the grab bar. Yeah. And then pull yourself up and then transfer over.
It's not so bad.
Did you feel comfortable doing
It
that?
didn't feel bad. I don't know if I would be able to pivot my feet the right way
Okay.
but I mean, that would be easy enough to correct by just, lifting them
Sure,
myself,
sure.
so.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it didn't feel, I think the height of the toilet helps out because I know that these are taller than our standard room
Okay.
toilets. I don't know how much taller, but I know they are, so.
Gotcha.
And
All
then
right.
you go back,
You ready
I
to go
guess
back? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
All right. And you have,
So when you get into the shower, do you leave your wheelchair right within arm's reach like that?
I do not. Now here's the tricky thing is that you have a horizontal grab bar. Now you can use where the shower head is a grab bar, but technically since it's not an ADA grab bar,
Might not be
yeah,
as
it might
secure
not
as
it
it's
might
supposed
not
to
be as secure. So this is where the placement of the grab bar
I would
is
assume a grab bar right here might be more
sometimes,
better
yeah.
than even back then. I don't even know what.
I don't even, yeah.
It's more of a towel rack than a grab bar.
Exactly.
Well, right here would be a lot easier, but this can still work.
Yep.
Just by doing this.
All right. So now what we would do is now you don't want the chair to get wet. So if you have a manual chair, usually the manual
Right.
chair user can just push it out of the way. And then since I have a power chair, I have a knob that I can use to push it out of the way. So under ideal circumstances, you would leave this at that end and then
yeah.
you can't close it all the way. Let's see how, you know what? Now, can you bring this back to him and see how far he can close it from a sitting position?
Sure.
All right, so let's see, without getting up, let's see how far you can get it.
That's about it.
All right,
Before I'd have to put weight on my feet.
okay, all right, can you move it back this way?
Sure.
All right, now, we've already established that the shower handle is up there, so you may or may not be able to reach it. Okay, awesome. And you have a little ledge there for all your soaps, which is awesome. Careful, don't get your clothes wet.
Oh, that's fine.
And you're able to reach the shower head, you're able to reach the water controls.
Yes.
And all the soaps and everything, and you're able to reach the towels, which is good. So this is a good thing.
Okay, good.
This is
We're passing so far, I
yes,
guess, right?
and I will tell you that this is not typical. Sadly, this is not typical. This is simple
And that
things.
head moves down, doesn't it?
It does. Looks like
It
it's
does,
got-
yeah.
Oh, here, there's a button right there that makes it a whole lot
There
easier.
you go.
Yeah. Many times there's no place to grab the soap or put the soap, put the shampoo or
Right, so it's
anything
like
like
over
that.
there where
Yeah.
it's just not
Or you
gonna
have to
be
put it on the
good.
ground and it can be dangerous to reach over and grab it. So,
All right, well, let's get back
all
to
right,
this.
transfer back. Okay, excellent.
So you can turn the lights off before you go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be able to get to the extra blanket
Okay.
and the iron.
Okay.
That would be an issue, but everything else seems.
You can get to the
okay.
hangers. Okay.
Now, the next question though is, in the next closet, there is a coffee maker and a safe
Ah, gotcha.
and water, and I think the water is probably, yeah, I could make coffee and I could lock stuff up and I could cool stuff, but I couldn't get to the water or the ice bucket.
Okay.
So,
Now, is housekeeping on duty 24 hours a day?
no.
Okay.
But there is a staff member that does housekeeping duties.
Ah,
It's not
okay.
Somebody's, like, after 11, there's a housekeeper on duty, somebody in the innkeeping department on duty till 11 p.m., sometimes midnight, depending on the day.
Okay.
And then if they are off staff and there's any kind of need for towels delivered or something like that.
Sure.
We've got somebody on staff 24 hours.
Okay.
They'll just put the phones on a voicemail and run up and like run towels up to a guest room or
Gotcha.
something like that.
So if I needed help, say, closing the curtains or getting something down or whatever, somebody could come up and
Absolutely.
ostensibly
Might not be
do
in
that.
2 minutes.
Oh,
but
no,
they'll-
no,
they'll
that,
be up.
okay. Colin, what were you saying about the light switches?
Yeah, so what you were saying is you often find it not too common for light switches to be beside the bed.
Yeah.
But they usually leave them at the front of the door, which controls the whole room.
Right, right.
So I was just noting that these ones are right beside
Those
the bed.
are there,
And I see
okay.
that common in a lot of franchises nowadays. But
Yeah.
It's not a
Most
given.
of them do that,
no?
yes.
It's not always a given.
You'd probably be sitting in this position, correct? Like-
Or you could just sit regular. I mean, usually you'd have to find some way to get your legs up, but I just want to make sure that you can reach it without feeling like you're going to fall over.
No, I feel pretty, that's fine, it feels fine to me.
Okay. All right, excellent. Okay, this is a lovely pool. And there is a pool lift. That's
there is.
amazing. Not many hotels have that, believe it or
I
not.
mean, you know, at the end of the day, they're not very aesthetically pleasing,
They're not.
but they are a necessity.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Please.
Okay. Yeah, maneuverability feels fine around here. I guess the only real challenge would be right here. But
Okay.
there's plenty of room on the other side between that and the deck.
And those seats, since they're wicker, they're not. They don't feel very heavy. So, okay, excellent. So this is the lounge or one of the restaurants,
The
or
lounge is, yeah, this is the lounge in the exhibit restaurant.
okay. So it's not just high top tables. It's good that there are some lower tables that you could sit at.
Oh, yeah, the restaurant, the bar, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is Hamilton's Kitchen, our farm fresh to table restaurant.
All right.
And there's exterior seating as well as interior.
It's a wide door to get out, so that's
Yes.
good.
Well, as well as these are sliding doors.
Okay.
So I would assume what we would do is move, the hostess would probably move this.
Take a chair away. Yeah. That's usually what I do, is just have a chair taken away and then
Right.
roll up.
I'm not as experienced with this, I guess.
No, 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 totally okay. Perfect. Now if it,
Comfortable height. I don't feel any different than I feel, I guess, sitting in a regular chair.
all right. Now if this table wasn't available, would you have room to maneuver in the regular dining room? Now right now there are no people in there,
Good.
so we need to make the assumption that if
So-
it's full,
Pull a few chairs out.
if you would, yeah, if you would have space to get in between tables if there were people in the restaurant. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So if we were to say, I wanted to get there, and there were people sitting here, here. How difficult it would be for to get, does that seem realistic there?
I think so. Hopefully they're thinner people.
Are you coming in for dinner?
I'm coming to get
No.
an A on this project.
We're doing a documentary.
Okay, a little bit. I don't think any more inconvenient than it would be to just look at somebody and say, excuse me, and they scoot up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's usually what we have to do. And people are generally quite kind about it, which is a good thing.
In
So
all honesty, it looks like it'd be a lot easier over there than over here. It looks like there's a lot more room.
a lot more space on that side, yeah. And is there anything in this restaurant that you would have to get to? Again, you said there's no buffet, but that somebody couldn't bring to you.
No, nothing.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
So I will tell you that I am guilty sometimes. When I come to the bathroom, I use that because it's just cool.
A lot of people do because it's bigger and they want to change clothes or something.
Like
Yeah.
driving a Cadillac.
Yeah.
And I've always felt bad because I've always thought I'd walk out of there one day and there'd be somebody sitting in a wheelchair just going,
It happens to me. It happens
feel like a jerk.
all the time. People generally just avoid eye contact. Now, do you know if this accessible toilet is the same as it is in the women's room?
I don't know, but we can check.
All right.
As long as one of you ladies don't mind going in there and
No,
making sure what's the matter with walking into it. Anybody?
All right.
Hold that open.
Okay.
So I mean, just like the
You would
guest
transfer.
room, right?
Yep, the same way. You don't have to.
Okay.
I wanted to just kind of get an idea
But it's
if looking
really-
at it and based on what you saw in the
It looks
hotel
a little-
room.
Looks a little lower than the guest room.
Okay.
I couldn't, I'm not, my
Yeah,
measure eye is better,
I
but it
think-
does look a little lower.
Yeah, it's a
I
little
agree
lower.
with you there.
Okay.
We
All
see
right.
the handlebar behind the toilet too, which isn't really necessary.
Right, exactly.
Now going up to the sink and washing your hands, do you feel comfortable reaching the soap dispenser and the paper towels?
Yes.
Awesome. Many times in
And I do like
bathrooms.
that they cover those with foam.
Oh, they have to so that it doesn't
Burn your legs.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Roll on tile than it is on carpet.
It is much easier to roll on tile and a carpet, yes. Welcome to the struggle of every manual wheelchair user.
So if only just one were open, it'd still be accessibility. And then this opens to be a grand ballroom, and all the doors are the same
Okay.
size. So,
And goodness knows I've been to enough conferences to know that people are generally very fast to take away one or two chairs so I have somewhere to
sure.
sit.
Yeah,
So
not a problem at all. That courtyard out there, I don't think there's a ramp to it.
okay. Okay, so after spending some time with us and going through the property and the rooms and everything, what has your experience been like as a temporary wheelchair user?
It seemed to me that things were pretty easy to use, even with even being restrained by the wheelchair. It was easy to, as long as I had the right coaching,
Yeah.
to transfer over to the seats I needed to do. So it seemed like that we seemed pretty compliant. I did learn some things about ease of use over thresholds and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but everything else seemed like we were on par with what we need to be.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Now, this was a class project for you guys. Now, being observers and having to write this, what did you take away from this today?
I think it was a really eye-opening experience. There's a lot of things that I learned that I didn't know about before, and I'm really glad this was my first one, but it was a really good one, so I think it was a great experience.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's cool just being able to see life through the eyes of a wheelchair user. I mean, we got a lot of first-hand experience for what to look for. So through this experience, we got to see where grab bars should be, what's the proper height for beds, like what things to look for in an accessible room and how they change. So I mean, it was a cool, like Sharon said, it was a cool eye opener seeing through someone else's eyes in a wheelchair.
Awesome. Thank you.
So we're done with our roll through at the Alfond Inn, and I have to tell you, it's been an amazing experience. I'm very, very lucky that Jim has been so gracious and such a great sport. He has probably learned more about maneuvering a wheelchair today than he has in his whole life, and he was absolutely fantastic. And I'm glad to say that the accessibility here at the Alfond Inn is really, really great. You know, a couple little things here and there, but I would definitely recommend this hotel, and I'm glad that this was our first example doing this sort of thing and explaining to somebody what wheelchair accessibility is all about from the perspective of the manager of a hotel. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed this experience.